conditioned to believe that the only way to lose weight is very strict diets and long hours in the gym. Well, that's no longer the case, because guess what? Reve Body Sculpting is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Stone is here. And Amy, don't get me wrong, diet is important, what you put in your body. And I think working out, it's just going to make you feel better, those natural endorphins. But Reve Body Sculpting is the secret to fast weight loss, right?
Right. I have so many people come to us. They're like, I just need a push. I just need a catalyst to get me started. And that's so true. That's exactly what we are. I'm going to require you to do things too. I'm not going to be like, here's a cheesecake for signing out. Go home and eat that in celebration. I mean, I will have you, if you need to lose weight and inches, I'm going to, you're probably going to want to do the diet. And yes, it does have strict parts to it, but you see results fast, which is one of the major reasons that people don't stick to diets.
Yep, it's done via light therapy, and it does work. It's a proven science. It works, and they have it only at Reve Body Sculpting. Let's talk a little bit about this. You talked about motivation. We're watching the process take place, and you'll do the play-by-play here. But I think the warmer weather, too, if you ever thought about losing weight, that should inspire you, and now's the time to join Reve Body Sculpting.
Absolutely. So you wouldn't know it today based on it. It says it's like 40-something outside, but it feels like it's like 20 below zero.
It's coming.
It is so cold, but it is coming. We've had glimmers of the spring, and spring means less clothing. It doesn't mean we're all going to walk around naked or anything, but we're going to show our arms. We're going to show more of our legs, and with that, we want to look better and feel better. So she's doing a sample treatment there. She's working on midsection. I'd say 90% of our clients work on midsection, but there are people who have leg issues, the back fat issues, arms, under your chin, all kinds of places. So it's not only is it going to liquefy the fat and help get rid of that fat, it is also going to help tighten that skin, because it does help promote collagen and elastin as well. So she was on those lights for 20 minutes, and then I'm moving her over to the vibration platform. Besides just like shaking her everywhere, that is going to kickstart flushing the fat out of those cells. And you're on that for 15 minutes, and then you just go out about your day. There is no downtime whatsoever. The only drawback is that it is so relaxing. You might be a little lazier in your day after that. But I think the vibration platform pumps you back up before you have to get out there.
And what I love about it is if you need to lose significant weight, 20, 30, 40 pounds, yes, it works. But there are some out there who've been following a strict diet, and they love to exercise, and you really don't need to teach them that part of the plan. But maybe they have something genetically, maybe like you mentioned, the back fat, maybe even around their knees, just places that really bother them personally and hurt their confidence. You can help them too, right?
We are our own worst enemy. I mean, I have people come in and they look like, to me, they look, oh my gosh, you look great. But then they're like, I just had this pooch, and I've had it ever since my second child.
And it bothers them.
Third child. Yeah. Yes. And I would look at that person and think, wow, you look great. But we're very critical of our bodies and how we look and how we feel in our clothes. And there's nothing in the world, there's no shame in that whatsoever. We have to look at ourselves. We're the ones that are having to wear our clothes. And of course, we're going to want to feel and look better. And Reve is able to help with that, which is amazing.
And you're going to find this hard to believe, because Amy, abs of steel, stone, actually at one point you said you say fluffy. You say you were fluffy. Yeah, and that's really what inspired you to buy the company, because you saw how it worked for you, and you said, oh, this can work for a lot of people, right?
Right, absolutely. So I was 30 pounds heavier than I am now, and people see my before and after pictures, and they're like, I don't believe it. And I'm like, well, sorry, it was me. And it worked for me, and I used the light therapy on a regimen plan, and I did the diet, and I am where I am now. And people ask me, do you still do this? And I'm like, yeah, occasionally, when I used to say when vacations or events were coming up, but those are only glimmers in the back of my mind. But if I feel myself feeling a little fluffy again, I'll get back on there and just tone myself right up. But other than that, I'm happy where I am now.
I'm going to make a prediction before we go into today's special. You're going to be really busy, because with the vaccination out there, a lot of people who are celebrating and say, now I'm able to get out, and they're maybe going south, and they're going to put on that bikini or those swim trunks, because guys, this is good for you too. I think you're going to be very busy. So with that being said, if anyone needed a little bit of a push, give them today's special, if you would.
Here it comes. comes the push. So we are offering, this is what I'm referring to as March Mayhem. Can't use the other M word, but I have scratcher cards, and you can scratch for savings. There are cards with 30, 40, 50, even 70% off, and plus free sessions that you'll scratch off and find out which ones you get as well. I can only offer this to the first 15 because I do need my sanity, because we're going to be very busy, as John said. So you can call us at 502-709-4492. Please leave a voicemail. I promise Sarah will reach back out to you very shortly. Even easier, go to RevLouisville.com. You can click on free consultation. That too will make you eligible. Just give us a few bits of information. Only for the first 15. Immense savings.
You know, I think your business is a good indicator of if we're coming out of this pandemic, because you tell me, because when people were at home and they're quarantined, there was really no reason to look good for yourself, or and your husband or wife love you as you are, so it doesn't matter. But now that people are going, okay, I have hope. That vacation I've been waiting on is coming, or that activity I wanted to take place, so I can get back on my team. Do you have a jump in business? Has there been a spike in business? I would think there has been. Yeah.
Of course, for sure. And of course, spring's usually always a busy time, but even last year, where when school started would be a slower time for us. Kids weren't going back to school, and the parents are like, get me, let's help me look better and give me my sanity as well.
Yeah, and the light therapy, I do want to make sure, for those who are still a little bit leery, and rightfully so, you guys have always practiced all the protocol, so it is very safe. It's very, very clean.
Absolutely. We were clean before clean was cool, but we're still wearing masks. I mean, we're still having all clients wear masks. We're still cleaning. Just exactly like it was, last March.
Okay. Now, how strict is this diet? Because we just had Oster Restaurant on, and they had this thing called Pappy Van Twinkie, and it was made with Pappy Van Winkle, and it's a Twinkie with a little bourbon laced in it. Pappy Van, I mean, really good bourbon. So how good does that sound?
It sounds delicious, but you absolutely cannot have it.
I cannot?
You can't. No.
Oh, you're really hurting my feelings now.
I know,
okay.
but it smells so good in here.
Yeah, it does smell good in here. Okay, let's talk again about the special, and then we're going to get a little of Amy's advice, because she has, not only does she talk the talk, she walks the walk. But first of all, the special one more time, because you're only taking the first 15. So here we go.
First 15, March Mayhem, scratcher cards with up to 70% off of any package purchase. Plus, there's free visits you can also scratch off. Only for the first 15. Call us 502-709-4492. Even easier, RevLouisville.com.
All right, and because, as I said, she knows her business, Amy's advice today is?
Amy's advice is to practice safe eating. Use condiments. And I'm talking about good condiments, not ranch, not
that's a dressing.
That's
not a condiment.
That. Yes, you gotta use good condiments. Salsas are great as long as there's no sugar
I've heard
added.
Mustard is good. I've heard ketchup has sugar, right?
Ketchup does have sugar, but you can get sugar-free ketchup, and some mustards are great, like the brown mustards, the spicy ones. Kroger has a horseradish mustard, which is delicious.
Oh, that
There's
sounds pretty
also
good.
a barbecue mustard, which is really good too. Vinegars, balsamic vinegars, all of those things. So be smart when you're choosing your condiments on what to dip your food into.
Okay, one more little added bonus here to encourage you to call Reve Body Sculpting, and that's the fact that this warmth thing, and we've all felt it when you've laid out in the sun, that exists with this light therapy. You're going to feel that warm factor, and like you said, it tightens your skin too, right?
Right. You absolutely cannot beat that. And you're listening to Dr. Patrick Porter, and he's talking to you about making healthy food choices and drinking more water. I mean, it is a win-win.
So you're going to feel like you're in the sun with this positive hypnosis kind of thing going on?
Yep. You're
okay,
going to walk out feeling like $1 million.
I like that, Bob. Once again, it is Reve Body Sculpting. The first 15 can take advantage of the special. Again, Reve Body Sculpting, and if you were to give a location, you would say you are close to?
We're right across the street from the restaurant Rumors. Yum, yum, yum. We're on Shelbyville Road in Middletown.
So I can have all the fried oysters I want when I finish? No, okay, sorry.
You have them on the half shell, John. You've got to learn. And use your condiments well. Have horseradish with it.
All right. Reve Body Sculpting. Yeah, expedite the process, lose that weight, get ready for summer, get ready for Derby, no less. Okay. Amy, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
John G.